Scumbag! Are you still unsatisfied even when you have me and rice? Tell me, besides being more attractive than me, what does this dog have that is better than me? Does it have my ambition? Is it as loyal to you as I am? You ungrateful man. I've been faithfully following you, only to find out that you are a fickle owner. Are you going to abandon me once you have it? Seeing Thunder King keep barking endlessly, Chen immediately said, "It seems like you don't like the bride I found for you. Then tell me, what breed of female dog do you actually like?" At this moment, Thunder King suddenly realized that the owner wasn't changing preferences, but had actually found a female dog bride for him. Can you believe it? Even a local breed dog can have ambition. It is working hard to earn 1,500 points to become an elder in the shelter as soon as possible. It single-handedly wiped out an army of 2,000 superpowered individuals with just the power of a dog. Chen decided to reward Thunder King, so he found a female dog to be Thunder King's wife. But who would have thought this guy turned out to be a steel straight dog, preferring to be single for life rather than have the owner match a female dog as its wife. Because a female dog will only affect its discharge speed, not to mention, a wife doesn't bring any benefits. Once this dog becomes the elder of the base, won't everyone have to address me respectfully as dog elder? Later, Thunder King immediately brought Rice to serve as a translator, allowing it to convey its true thoughts to the owner. Upon learning the situation, Chen immediately expressed, "Since you don't like this golden retriever, I will give it to the girls as a pet. Now I will calculate your points, Rice. You are responsible for translating it for Thunder King. You have killed the enemy chief and also obtained his crystal. I reward you with 200 points. In this battle, you were extremely brave and completely annihilated the enemy. I'll add another 200 points for you. Is that fair? Adding your previous points, you now have a total of 1,500 points, just right." This made Thunder King very happy, and he immediately started barking non-stop. Upon seeing this, Rice immediately translated. Thunder King said that it wants to exchange all its points for the position of elder. It also requested that you must hold a grand appointment ceremony for it, so that all members in the base would respectfully address it as dog elder. Upon hearing this, Chen was instantly stunned in place. "I really didn't expect you, this dog thing, to be so persistent about the position of elder. Then I will grant your wish." At this moment, Chen spoke in a deep voice. "I'll take care of this matter. I will go now and have Jade Ma prepare a barbecue celebration for you." Later, Chen summoned all members in the base and announced that one member had met the requirements to become an elder. "Now I appoint them as the first elder of our base." As soon as these words were spoken, the crowd immediately began discussing. Some speculated that it could be Lily Me, while Cloud Shu insisted that it must be Lily Me given her strength. She should have already accumulated 1,500 points. Others mentioned Xia Haoran, as he is the top hunter in our base, killing the most zombies every day. Before everyone finished speaking, Chen revealed the answer. "Now let's have our first elder say a few words to everyone." As soon as the words fell, Thunder King, holding a cane and wearing a cloak, slowly walked to the center of the stage. The crowd was stunned to see this scene. Although the outcome was unexpected, there was not a single person who was not convinced. It is the strongest combat power apart from Chief Chen. Whether it is judged by the number of zombies killed or the performance in the battle just now, it is undoubtedly the first. At this point, Chen grinned and said, "Why is everyone still standing there? Hurry up and call someone. From now on, everyone must call Thunder King Dog Elder when they see him." Upon hearing this, everyone began to shout Dog Elder enthusiastically. Congratulations to Thunder King for becoming the first elder in the base. This made Thunder King extremely happy, and it immediately barked to declare that all expenses for today will be covered by this elder. Everyone immediately shouted, "Elder is awesome!" in a deafening cheer, which caught the attention of a nearby group of survivors. One of them mentioned hearing that Yi Gaofei had died at their hands. "Should we go take a look?" And the leader of this group is none other than Long Yu, who Chen has been desperately searching for. How awesome is this native dog? It not only awakened the strongest talent Thunder ability, it also became the first elder of the base through its own efforts. At the appointment ceremony, Thunder King even arrogantly stated that tonight all expenses would be covered by me, Dog Elder. Upon hearing this, the crowd all cheered, shouting, "Long live Dog Elder! Dog Elder is awesome!" This cheering instantly caught the attention of a group of survivors. Several people approached to take a closer look, only to find that the people inside were drinking from large bottles and eating meat heartily. But when Long Yu saw the recruitment rules at the door, he couldn't help but laugh out loud. This base not only has strict recruitment rules, but also does not allow members to commit crimes in the base. Each person must hunt and kill 3 level 3 zombies every day. Killing more than 3 will earn bonus points. This is completely different from Yi Gaofei's approach. It can be said that my philosophy aligns with it unintentionally. Just that here I still have a few brothers who have not yet reached level 3. Upon seeing this, Long Yu immediately said, "Brothers who have reached level 3, please go ahead and join. I will accompany the remaining brothers to ascend to level 3, and then we will join you." Upon hearing this, everyone expressed their willingness to talk with them, saying, "Although 3 of us have not met the requirements, we are all fearless elites. I think we can talk to them." Long Yu immediately stepped forward and asked if I could help convey a message. He said, "My name is Long Yu, a level 4 ability user. I have an urgent matter to discuss with your chief." At this moment, Chen is settling scores with Thunder King, and Dog Elder is quite bold. Tonight we drank a total of 1,666 bottles of alcohol and beverages. I won't bother calculating the barbecue costs with you. Let's just say it's my treat to celebrate you becoming the elder of the base. Based on 1 point per bottle of alcohol, currently your score is negative 1666 points. Thunder King froze in place when he heard this, murmuring that this time it seems like he might have gone too far and turned himself into a debtor. Are these guys all pigs? Over 100 people actually drank over 1,000 bottles of alcohol. But at this moment, the on-duty member suddenly reported Long Yu's request to see Chen at the door. Chen was overjoyed by this. Without saying a word, he sprinted towards the door, humming "Today is a good day," and thinking that everything is going well. It seemed that good things were achieved effortlessly. When Chen arrived at the door, Long Yu immediately suggested the idea of joining the base. "But I still have 3 people under my command who have not reached level 3. Can we make a compromise and let them join together as well?" Chen agreed to Long Yu's request without hesitation and asked, "Can you tell me about the skills you possess?" Upon hearing this, Long Yu immediately replied, "I have awoken the ability of Metal Element. Although my attack power is average, my physical defense is exceptionally strong. I can also transform into any weapon form to assist others." Upon hearing Long Yu's response, Chen chuckled, and it seems this guy still doesn't know the power of a Metal Element ability user. "Your defense is strong, right? Let me give it a try." Upon seeing this, Long Yu did not hesitate at all and immediately opened his arms to signal Chen to come over. Chen didn't hold back with him, clenched his fist and shouted at him without any hesitation, "Be careful. This punch is at 50% power." The next second, Long Yu, who was hit, suddenly took a few steps back. This move also stunned Long Yu on the spot. He knew that besides a level 4 strength class ability user, no one else could possibly punch him back. Moreover, Chen only used 50% of his strength. It is said that he is not a strength class ability user, which indicates that his level must be above level 5. At this moment, Chen said solemnly, "Have you ever tried melting metal and then recombining it into any shape to make it tougher and sharper?" Upon hearing this, Long Yu immediately melted the iron rod handed to him and then said, "This is not difficult for me. I will demonstrate it to you now." But Chen said, "That's not what I meant. If it's just turning the iron rod into an iron sword, I can easily find a blacksmith to do that. What I mean is using your ability to turn iron into gold. Can you do that? Men have the ability to turn waste into treasure. With just a light touch they can turn scrap iron into gold. But he himself knows nothing about it. It turns out that just a moment ago, Chen took out a gold ring for him to feel the structure of gold atoms. Then he asked him to use his ability to turn other metals into gold. So he tried the method taught by Chen. Sure enough, he turned the iron bracelet into a golden one. Chen told him that this is your true value. In fact, metal element ability users don't need to transform themselves into weapons to assist others. Instead, they use their ability to alter the structure of metal, thus creating extraordinary weapon and equipment for others to use. Just now I was just giving you an example. You can also use a variety of metals for mixed forging. Hearing this, Long Yu was enlightened as if by a sudden flash of inspiration, and immediately understood Chen's meaning. At this moment, Chen smiled and said, "You can think about this carefully later. I'll take everyone inside to have something to eat first. Today, our base is holding a celebration banquet. Enjoy the food and drinks, no need to be polite." Chen said as he led a few people into the base, unaware that at this moment, a girl had also sneaked in quietly. After silently reciting an invisibility spell, the next second, the girl unexpectedly disappeared from where she was standing with a swish. Immediately, she blended into the crowd and started looking for her target. Soon she found Meng Yin, who had just recently joined the base, enjoying herself. The girl said indignantly, You heartless person, do you know how worried I was about you? I haven't eaten anything for 3 days and nights just to find you. I never expected to see you here leisurely eating chicken legs. And these words happened to be overheard by Thunder King passing by. So it immediately reported this situation to Luke Chan, which frightened Luke Chan quite a bit. Without saying a word, he ran towards Meng Yin's room in one go. When Luke Chan arrived, Meng Yin was already tightly protecting her younger sister behind herself. Seeing this, Luke Chan immediately asked who this person was and how she managed to sneak in. Upon hearing this, Meng Yin quickly responded that she was my friend Xiao Yu. She used invisibility technique to sneak into the base to find me because she was worried about my safety. Upon hearing that the girl has such a rare ability, Luke Chan thought to himself that he must bring her under his command. Then he continued with a smile and said, "A few days ago I saw Meng Yin the girl alone in the wilderness, which was too dangerous, so I brought her back to the base. I'm sorry for making you worry. Isn't it good for her to be with me? If you don't mind, you can stay here too." Upon hearing this, Xiao Yu immediately said, "I know there's no free lunch in this world. What do I need to do if I stay?" Luke Chan told her, "Your task is actually very simple, which is to use your stealth skills to help me search for mutants in the wilderness." Xiao Yu immediately said that she had seen a mutant on her way here, but the creature was already dead. Its body was surrounded by a chilling air, so I was too scared to approach and check. But I can confirm that Crystal is still there. How about I take you there now? It's only 2 to 3 kilometers away from here. Just as Luke Chan was about to set off to find Crystal, Zhao Hai suddenly panicked and found Luke Chan, shouting that something big was happening, Brother Chan. Seeing this, Luke Chan immediately asked him what happened and why he was in such a panic. Upon hearing this, Zhao Hai nervously said, "We just saw a zombie in the distance, but before we knew it, that zombie teleported in front of us. In an instant, it killed more than a dozen of our brothers. Luckily, we ran fast and narrowly escaped unharmed." Just then, Rai suddenly walked over and said, "Luke Chan, you're done for this time. What would happen if a cat's intelligence reached 180? It would be able to talk. It would also be able to sing, rap, and play basketball. Not only that, it also possesses the ability of foresight. With a quick calculation, it can predict the life and death of a person." But right now, just as Luke Chan was about to leave, Rai suddenly predicted that he was going to be in big trouble this time. Luke Chan was really scared by this and thought to himself, how could I, the mighty Void King, just end like this? He immediately picked up Rice and shouted, "Wait for me." He then took Rice to an empty corner and asked, "What did you mean by I'm doomed this time? Please help me sense carefully again." Upon hearing this, Rice immediately said, "I have a feeling that you were very close to failing this time, but sometimes a blessing comes in disguise. After this difficulty, you will gain a tremendous benefit. You can rest assured and move on. Don't worry, this time you will not die." Upon hearing this, Luke Chan immediately fell into contemplation, thinking that according to Zhao Hai's description just now, the zombie that can teleport should be a wind-type mutant of level 7 or higher. Could it be that during this trip, Xiao Yu and I would encounter this creature while searching for the crystal? A level 7 crystal might not be a huge surprise for me. What surprise could Rice be referring to then? Never mind, I don't want to think about it. After all, it's life-threatening. Luke Chan continued to prepare to go out and find Crystal according to the original plan, which frightened Zhao Hai quite a bit. He hurriedly shouted, "Brother Chan, are you throwing your life away? I just told you so much. Did you hear a single word I said?" Upon hearing this, Luke Chan smiled slightly and said, "Brother, don't worry. It's just a high-level zombie. I'll go kill it right away." Just at that moment, Lily Me Purple Me Pillar Sue also returned to the base from outside. What they didn't know was that at this moment, a zombie was following them to the base. Seeing the situation, several security members quickly stepped forward and blocked it outside the door. But who knew that the next second, the zombie roared and pounced towards them. In an instant, several guards were instantly killed. Lily Me, who witnessed the scene, quickly shouted to inform Luke Chan that this mutant is not something we can deal with. Shortly after, Luke Chan hurriedly rushed to the door. Seeing this, he did not hesitate at all and immediately summoned the Void Sword. Then he angrily swung his sword towards the mutant's back, but soon he realized something was wrong. This mutant's defense is so high that not even the Void Sword can harm it in the slightest. At this moment, Luke Chan suddenly froze in place, thinking to himself that this time he's really done for, as not even the Void Sword can deal with it. That means this guy's level is at least 2 levels higher than mine, and maybe even 3 levels. How the hell are we supposed to play this? The wives are all here too, we can't just leave them behind and escape on our own. Luke Chan thought of this and once again activated Void Step, arriving behind it. He wanted to chop off this guy's head with one sword. But who knew this mutant reacted very fast and immediately swung a claw towards Luke Chen. It instantly knocked him down on the ground. What Luke Chen never expected was that the mutant did not continue to attack him. Instead, he turned around and walked slowly towards Lily Me Purple Me. After being reborn into the apocalypse, the man encountered a zombie that was immune to weapons. The zombie was unharmed by the man's sword strike. He was actually swatted away by the zombie with a single swipe. Strangely, the zombie did not continue to attack him. Instead, it slowly turned its head and walked towards Lily Me Purple Me, who was behind it. Seeing that he was no match for this guy, Luke Chen, as the king of evading death, immediately had the idea of escaping. Although he was not sure if he could use Void Step to escape with everyone, he could only take a gamble. So he immediately used Void Step to appear in front of them, then shouted, "Quick, grab onto me." Then he once again used Void Step. But the next second, Luke Chen alone teleported 100 meters away. Mutant is about to attack his own wife. Luke Chen acted without any hesitation, immediately using a Void Step to shield Purple Me. He secretly thought that he was really going to be in deep trouble this time. Now he could only hope that this mutant would die soon, because mutants generally have very short lifespans. With Luke Chen silently chanting, "Hurry up and die for me." The next second, Luke Chen's emotional fluctuations triggered a reaction in Crystal's mind. Immediately after that, the mutant started convulsing uncontrollably as if fast forward had been pressed. In the end, that zombie fell straight to the ground just like that. At this moment, Luke Chen was completely dumbfounded. What the heck is that skills just now? This is definitely not an ability of the spatial class. Before he could figure out the situation, Luke Chen suddenly went black in front of his eyes and fell directly to the ground. Purple Me, who saw this scene, was suddenly terrified and frantically released healing spells onto Luke Chen, but it was of no use. Upon seeing this, Lily Me immediately ordered the base to be put on high alert. From now on, everyone is forbidden to enter or leave the base. Please ensure that all staff are on guard duty. Shortly after, Pillars took Luke Chen back to his room. Seeing Luke Chen lying motionless on the bed, Thunder King immediately barked and asked Rice owner what had happened. Upon hearing this, Rice calmly replied, "Don't worry, Luke Chen will not only not die this time, but will also receive a huge surprise." However, Purple Me completely couldn't take in these words and continued to silently pray for her brother Luke Chen to wake up soon. Luke Chen slowly opened his eyes until 2.5 days later. Purple Me was overjoyed and quickly shouted, "Luke Chen, you finally woke up. Do you know how worried I was about you?" The just awakened Luke Chen was also a bit confused. He racked his brains for a while before remembering what happened the day before yesterday. When he dealt with the mutant by himself, it seemed that he used some kind of skill to accelerate its death. Could it be that he has awakened a second ability? So Luke Chen immediately sensed the crystal in his mind. He was surprised to discover that he had awakened a unique time-based ability. How awesome is this camper? The base he has established is a dominant presence in the apocalypse. The dog guarding the door at home has also awakened the strongest talent, Thunder ability. His pet cat also has the ability of precognition. He himself has awakened an extremely rare spatial ability, possessing top-notch combat and life-saving abilities. But now his talent has been developed for a second time. He has awakened a once-in-a-lifetime time ability. Spatial class ability, while extremely rare, was encountered by Luke Chen in his past life 7 times. While Luke Chen encountered only one time class ability user, it can definitely be described as unparalleled. Back in the day when Luke Chen was stealing vegetables at the Lily Me base, he was able to come and go freely thanks to Bai Ji's Void Step skill. He was caught on the spot by Lily Me, but he remained unfazed. He even taunted her, saying, "How many times has this happened already? Have you ever caught a camper like this before?" But as soon as he finished speaking, Luke Chen immediately noticed that something was wrong. His body was strangely frozen in place and he couldn't move. At that moment, a blonde girl coldly said, "You as a camper dare to act arrogant. I have already stopped your time. Let's see where you can run this time." Lily Me didn't waste any time talking to Luke Chen. She went straight up to him and firmly kicked him on the butt. The grudge between him and Lily Me from a past life started with a kick like this. The girl with the time ability is called Zhang Xiaoxua, but she has only mastered the skill of time stopping and can only use it on one target at a time. On the other hand, she has also mastered the skill of time acceleration. Could it be that my talent in time manipulation is higher than hers? In the previous life, Luke Chen defeated Zhang Xiaoxua, took her body from the hands of the zombie, but did not absorb her crystal. He just stored her body in the ability space. Why did he awaken the time ability himself? Just thinking about this, Luke Chen suddenly had a splitting headache. This time, when fighting against that mutant, his own crystal was completely destroyed. It will probably take at least 2 to 3 months to repair the damaged crystal. But at this moment, Purple Me suddenly walked over with a purple crystal and said, Luke-chan, this is the crystal of that mutant. Quickly absorb the energy inside to restore your body. Luke-chan took the crystal and saw that it was only a level 8 wind element crystal, which was clearly below his expectations. Moreover, the crystal was damaged, so it was not suitable for absorbing energy within a month. After some thought, Luke-chan then handed the crystal to Thunder King, asking it to use it to level up to level 5 first, and return it to him after you are done using it. Thunder King quickly shook its head, indicating that it didn't want the elder to deduct points later. I'm not stupid. I already owe more than 1,600 points now. But Luke-chan said that this time not only will your points not be deducted, but there will also be a surprise. The first base member promoted to level 5 will be rewarded with 500 points. As soon as these words were spoken, Thunder King immediately jumped up and snatched the crystal from Luke-chan's hand without saying a word, muttering that there were points to be earned, damn it. At this time, Purple Me gently said, Brother Luke-chan, you have been unconscious for 2.5 days. You must be starving. I'll go get Sister Jade to make you some delicious food to replenish your body. Upon hearing this, Luke-chan immediately said that Thunder King could handle it. Thunder King, you can go ask Rice to find Lily-me to help me pass on a message. Just tell them that my injuries have fully healed. Starting from today, we will have a 3-day feast. Let the brothers eat to their heart's content. Then Luke-chan looked affectionately at Purple Me and said, Wife, you must be tired these past few days. Thank you for your hard work. I won't give a detailed explanation for everyone because the following plot isn't very good. At the same time, on the other side, 2 bases are fiercely fighting to seize supplies. Just seeing a man riding an elephant like a god descending to earth, he struck the opponent so powerfully that they had no ability to fight back. The people who fell to the ground shouted at him, What's so impressive about you? Yes, your elephant is powerful, but compared to the dog from the neighboring base, it's nothing at all. If you are capable, go raid their base for resources. Bullying our small base is no skill at all. The man immediately became furious upon hearing this, then shouted, My elephant is the true king of all beasts. You guys don't even need to mention a dog. Even a lion or a tiger is just a little brother in front of it. I'm going to go meet this dog you're talking about right away. Who would have thought that the docile elephant in the zoo is actually a fierce beast that kills without hesitation? It single-handedly destroyed a base with hundreds of people. Even so, the other party still doesn't yield and even threatens that you are indeed powerful, the elephant, but compared to the dog next door in the other base, you are just a little brother. The man immediately became angry and shouted, My elephant is the invincible one. I want to see how powerful that dog you're talking about really is. After saying that, he turned his head and walked slowly towards Luke Chen's base, unaware that he had already been targeted by 2 wolves at this moment. It's because this ferocious elephant massacred their wolf pack, and wolves are animals with a strong sense of revenge. At the same time, on the other side, the girls in the base are enjoying themselves combing the golden hair. The next second, a tall and powerful elephant suddenly broke into the base. Luke-chan recognized at a glance that he was in Chen, the elephant rider. In his previous life, he was also a somewhat famous figure after all. The strength of the elephant was indeed very strong, but Chen himself was a scumbag. Seeing the situation, Lily-me immediately stopped Chen and shouted, This is private property. Outsiders are not allowed in. Upon hearing this, Chen smiled slightly and said, I heard there is a badass dog in your base. I want to see if your dog is tough, or if my elephant is stronger. He then cast his gaze towards the golden retriever on the side, and had to admit that this dog had some merit. It actually had the guts to roar in front of my elephant. Upon hearing this, Lily-me Purple Me was immediately stunned in place, all expressing whether there was a misunderstanding. Did he mean the brave dog referred to the golden retriever? Thunder King was so angry on the spot that he gritted his teeth, cursing that this scoundrel dared to disrespect the elder. He vowed to make him pay later. The golden retriever was suddenly startled by the elephant's sudden stomp, causing it to tremble all over in fear. Upon seeing this scene, Chen burst into laughter resembling a pig's squeal. Is this your dog's true capability? Daring to challenge the brilliance of the sun and moon like a candle before them. Watch me crush it into minced meat. Seeing this, Lily-me immediately shouted sternly, Such boldness! Do you even know that you've picked the wrong dog? Just based on you daring to criticize our base's dog elder? The 2 of us combined are still no match for it. If you want to challenge dog elder, you have to get past me first. Seeing this person acting so arrogant, Thunder King immediately prepared to rush out and teach him a lesson. But Luke Chen timely hugged him in his arms and said, "At least let Lily-me and the others exercise. If you dare to act on your own without obeying orders again, believe it or not, I will dismiss you from the position of elder right now." As soon as this was said, Thunder King immediately behaved obediently. At this moment Lily-me's body was instantly engulfed in a blazing fire. Luke Chen immediately recognized that this was Lily-me's signature move, the Crimson Lotus Burst. As the elephant approached her step by step, Lily-me immediately gathered all the flames on her body onto her fingertips. She gently tapped the elephant's trunk that was swinging towards her face, and a burst of scorching flames instantly erupted from her fingertips. With a loud bang, the elephant's trunk was instantly burned to ashes by this dominant flame. Upon seeing this, Chen immediately jumped down from the elephant. Then in a fit of anger he shouted, "Brothers, attack! Kill them all to accompany my elephant in death." And Lily-me, who released her ultimate move, also felt weak in the legs and sat down on the ground with a thud. Seeing this situation, Luke Chen did not hesitate and shouted, "What are you all staring at? Don't you see these dishonorable people trying to bully us with numbers?" As soon as the words were spoken, Thunder King didn't hesitate and charged forward without saying a word. It secretly thought, "How dare you look down on this dog? Today I will show you my true strength and how awesome this local dog is." It not only awakened the most powerful thunder ability for attacking, it also became the dog elder above tens of thousands of people in the base. But now some people treat it as a waste that can be bullied. This made Luke Chen quite angry. In any case, even hitting a dog, you should take a look at the owner. With Luke Chen's command, Thunder King immediately rushed out. It secretly thought, "This bastard actually dares to look down on this elder. Today this dog will make you understand why the flowers are so red." However, just as Thunder King was about to catch up to Chen, two wild wolves suddenly blocked his path before he could even figure out the situation. The two wolves howled and pounced towards him. Thunder King noticed that the wolves wanted to compete with it for points. Without saying a word, it directly slapped Chen with one claw and killed him in midair. The two wolves were quite frightened. They never expected the killer who slaughtered their entire pack, ran, to be killed in an instant by a local mongrel. However, Thunder King looked with interest at the white female wolf across from him. Then a hint of spring blossomed on its dog face. Tears overflowed from the corners of its mouth uncontrollably. Before Thunder King could finish appreciating this beautiful female wolf, the two wolves immediately ran away, and Thunder King quickly caught up with them. He called out, "Beauty, don't run away." Thunder King then used a move called Vicious Dog Devours Prey, knocking down the beautiful female wolf. He immediately started asking the female wolf in a barking manner, "How is the elder lady of this dog?" Then it glared fiercely at the male wolf, indicating that it had taken a liking to this female wolf. "If you dare to compete with this elder for a mate, you can go ahead and try if you are not afraid of death." Just then, Luke Chen arrived at the scene with his men. Seeing this scene, the onlookers all cheered for Dog Elder, who not only defeated Chen but also captured two wild wolves. Only Luke Chen could see at a glance that Thunder King's motives were impure. Otherwise, why would this scoundrel do something without any benefit? At this moment, Luke Chen suddenly realized. No wonder Thunder King rejected the golden retriever as his wife when he offered her earlier. It turns out this scoundrel doesn't like gentle dogs, but prefers wild wolves. So Luke Chen immediately picked up one in each hand and brought both wolves back to the base. But Thunder King just kept barking wildly behind Luke Chen, indicating that this white wolf is the future Mrs. Elder. "Can't you be a bit gentler with it, master?" This made Luke Chen quite angry, and immediately he kicked it hard on the butt. Then he shouted, "I get mad just looking at your bootlicker appearance. What's the use of being gentle to wolves? They admire power, only absolute power can make them submit. If they don't obey, then dominate them. Beating is expressing affection, scolding is showing love, punching and kicking is romance." When this was said, Thunder King suddenly saw the light and secretly thought that it's not surprising that he is the master. Purple Me must have been beaten a lot, right? Under Luke Chen's guidance, Thunder King immediately rushed towards the mother wolf's room. And at this moment, the moment Luke Chen was most worried about is about to arrive. In another 2.5 weeks, the zombies will evolve to level 4. This time, the intelligence of the evolved zombies will also be further developed. By then, the zombies will no longer aimlessly roam around. They will gather together and actively seek out survivors. Although it's very safe here right now, it won't be able to withstand a large-scale zombie horde. Once they are targeted by the zombie horde, it's all over. I can use Void Step to escape, but everyone else will be wiped out. Therefore, the top priority is to quickly find a new base. After being reborn into the apocalypse, the man encountered a zombie that could speak human language. Not only did it boast about its rock-hard skull, but also threatened that if ignorant humans had the ability, they should try to crush its iron head. Little did it know that its arrogant actions would lead to a lifetime of regret. It turns out that just now Chen decided to give up the villa area. He plans to move the base to a small village 20 kilometers away. Then he plans to establish a larger and more secure base there. To deal with the impending zombie wave, Chen did some research there in advance. Not only is the environment beautiful, but the water quality is also quite good. The water there can be simply filtered and is completely suitable for members to drink. Although it will still affect the speed of their promotion, the qualifications of the members are limited after all. Elite member Chen naturally wouldn't let them drink this kind of water. Later on, Chen began leading a grand convoy to move the whole family. But who knew that as soon as they arrived at the village entrance, they were attacked by a large-headed zombie. Before everyone could figure out the situation, several members were instantly killed by the zombie. The zombie was muttering in its mouth, "I have a very iron head. If you don't want to die, you better roll away quickly." At this moment, Chen slowly walked up to the zombie and said, "So, you have a very iron head, huh?" He then suddenly kicked it fiercely in the crotch. A heart-wrenching scream echoed through the air instantly. When zombie saw this, he quickly yelled, "Are you sick in the head? I'm tough. Why did you kick me down there?" Chen, however, was not convinced and continued to fiercely kick at his big brother, saying, "You think you're tough? I'll make you tough." Zombie immediately held his crotch in pain, tears welling up in his eyes. "Bro, do you even know where your head is? It's up top, not down there, okay?" However, he still waited for it to finish speaking. Chen turned around and slapped it across the face, saying, "Since you have such a reasonable request, it's true that we can't just ignore it." At this moment, the confused big-head zombie became even more baffled, secretly wondering if this guy is still human. Why is he more ferocious than us zombies? Just as he finished speaking, Chen used the descending dragon 10 palm strikes technique again and fiercely struck towards it with a flurry of slaps. Seeing the situation, zombie quickly shouted, "Brother, I know I was wrong. Please forgive me and don't hit me anymore. Ironhead will never claim to have an iron head again." Seeing that this guy is a level 5 zombie, Chen did not kill it. Keeping it as a sparring partner for a few core members is also a good choice. Then Chen locked Ironhead in a truck. Meanwhile, on the other side, a mutated emperor crab suddenly emerged from the sea, followed by a large group of crabs crawling onto land and launching ruthless attacks on nearby humans. Some bases rooted by the seaside found themselves in dire straits. Everyone began persuading Chief to move to inland cities. After a discussion, the base's chief Feng Zhongqing immediately ordered to move to Divine Capital early tomorrow morning. It is this decision that will make him regret for a lifetime. The man is the dominant ruler of a region in the apocalypse. He not only awakened the super-strong abilities of time and spatial series, but also recruited a group of powerful individuals to build his own power. But now someone is treating him like a monkey, saying they would cooperate to collect supplies together but then stood him up. This really angered Chen. He immediately had Dawnlight Long bring that clueless person over. Seeing the situation, the man quickly explained, "Brother Chen, I'm innocent. I wouldn't dare stand you up. I was also pressured by a man named Feng Zhongqing." Upon hearing this name, Chen immediately fell into contemplation. Feng Zhongqing in his past life was also considered a reputable king-level figure, and he had several subordinates who had also advanced to the king level. It seems that this guy is not deceiving me. Just then, a member suddenly came to report that there is a person named Feng Zhongqing waiting at the door to see you, claiming to have urgent matters to discuss. Later, Feng Zhongqing swaggered in and saw the person kneeling on the ground. Feng Zhongqing quickly apologized. "Brother Chen, I'm sorry. Brother, I was new to this place and unintentionally took your belongings. It was my fault. How about this? The items I acquired this time are worth 21, so let's split it 50-50, okay? If you feel that it's not enough, little brother, it's okay for me to give them all to you. Let's just consider it as making a friend." Chen smiled slightly when he heard this, secretly thinking that Feng Zhongqing is indeed as rumored, generous and fond of making friends. Chen continued with a smile, saying, "Since you are so generous, my brother, I won't stand on ceremony. I won't ask for much, just give me half of the supplies. There must be more to your visit than just bringing me supplies." Chen instructed Dawnlight Long to take that person downstairs first, and he said he wanted to talk to this brother. Then Feng Zhongqing grinned and said, "Brother, I just came from Cloud City by the sea. Due to the mutation of sea creatures, they often attack our base. Currently, coastal cities are no longer suitable for living. That's why we came to Divine Capital. I'm not bragging, but in Cloud City, I'm the king. All the chiefs of the bases there respectfully call me Boss Feng when they see me. Brother, I can see that you are also someone who does big things. Do you have any thoughts about forming an alliance with me, big brother? If we join forces, we can definitely make great achievements in this apocalypse. Besides, your base is so large that accommodating 20 to 30,000 people is no problem at all. To be honest, with the current number of people you have, you may not be able to defend such a large territory. Why don't you allocate a piece of land to me? I can help you defend this base together. How about that? I won't take advantage of you, brother. I have a natural ability user here who can grow vegetables. In the future, I'll split half of the fresh vegetables she grows with you. Consider it as the rent I'm giving to you. How about that? As soon as Luke Chen heard this, he immediately understood this guy's true intentions. He was talking nonsense in front of me, and now he even wants to take over my farm. At this time I saw Luke Chen speak in a deep voice. Sorry, brother. I am naturally suspicious. I feel uneasy having someone who is not my own living on my farm. Alliance is possible, but you must obey my orders. Otherwise there will be no discussion. Upon hearing this, Feng Zhengqing immediately stated that it's only right to listen to whoever is more powerful. I am dissatisfied with what you said. Brother, I already advanced to level 5 3 days ago. With my current strength, who can stop me from rushing into your base? Upon hearing this, Luke Chen was instantly furious, thinking to himself that even Thunder King has already reached the peak of level 5 at this moment. Several core members all broke through to level 5 2.5 months ago. They won't be able to stop you, just a newly promoted level 5 person. At this point, Feng Zhengqing grinned and said, I'm not here to intimidate you. How about this? Each of us selects 3 members to compete. The losing side will directly join the other's base. What do you think? As soon as the words fell, Luke Chen immediately smiled and said, You said it yourself. Don't go back on your words if you lose. Little did he know that this foolish proposal of his would make him regret for life. After Rebirth and Apocalypse, the man encountered a top-tier expert from his past life. Not only did he keep calling Luke Chen brother, but he also tried to take over his base and occupy his territory. Furthermore, he also threatened that if our side doesn't agree, we can settle it through a competition. Each side will send 3 members to compete, and the losing side must unconditionally join the other side's base. Upon hearing this, Luke Chen accepted the challenge without hesitation. Subsequently, both sides brought their own team to the arena. On Luke Chen's side, the first to be sent out was Pillars Su. Although Pillars does not have high output in terms of defense, Pillars can definitely be considered a tank. Feng Zhengqing guessed that the opponent is most likely a defensive strength class just by looking at Pillars' physique. To deal with this less agile meat shield, it is most appropriate to use the earth element, which has strong control abilities. So he immediately sent out Sun Yu to fight. As the referee shouted loudly, the match begins. Sun Yu immediately released Earth Release, trapping Pillars tightly and instantly restricting his ability to move. Pillars hadn't even struggled free from the restraints before. Immediately, he used the swamp technique on Pillars, completely trapping him firmly in place. But it's not over yet. In return, he used a move called Earth Spikes, causing spikes to emerge from the ground. Luke Chen, who was watching from the side, widened his eyes at the smooth combo moves, secretly acknowledging the guy's impressive talent. He definitely has the potential to reach king-level strength. Watching the spikes rushing towards the Pillars at extreme speed, Feng Zhengqing revealed a satisfied smile, thinking that winning the first match was too easy. The big guy had no ability to fight back at all. But who knew that the extremely sharp spikes were as fragile as paper in front of Pillars? Seeing this scene, Feng Zhengqing was suddenly shocked and whispered that this guy's defense is too terrifying. He actually took Sun Yu's ultimate move head-on and didn't even scratch the surface. Although Sun Yu was very unwilling, after using all his tricks and not hurting the opponent at all, he decisively chose to admit defeat. Feng Zhengqing was quite upset by this. He quickly shouted, "Bring my secret weapon!" Next, a 2-meter-tall zombie slowly walked up to the arena. Luke Chen was also quite scared when he saw that the zombie was obedient to him. I didn't expect this kid to have such a trick up his sleeve. Luckily, I tamed a zombie as my little brother yesterday too. Luke Chen then immediately ordered Cloud Shu and Pillars to release Tai Tu. Shortly after, the two brought Tai Tu in front of Luke Chen. At that moment, Tai Tu angrily said, "Tai Tu is very hungry now. Where is the promised food? Didn't you promise to let me eat my fill today? How dare you lie to Tai Tu? Believe it or not, I will eat you up now." But before it could finish speaking, Chen mercilessly kicked its big brother, and then he said coldly, "If I don't hit you for a day, you act recklessly, is that right? Have you forgotten how it feels to have broken eggs so quickly? As long as you behave obediently, there will naturally be no shortage of food for you." Saying that, Chen pointed at the zombie on the platform and shouted, "As long as you take down that guy, I promise to let you eat until you're full." As soon as he finished speaking, Tai-Tu roared angrily at the zombie on the platform, "I am the iron-headed Tai-Tu, I want to eat meat." After speaking, it roared loudly and suddenly rushed onto the platform. After being reborn into the apocalypse, the man subjugated a zombie that could speak human language, making it his follower. As long as that zombie doesn't listen, Chen will use his ruthless leg to bring him into submission. In the second match, Feng Zhangqing dispatched a zombie. So Chen immediately released the ironhead that he had just subdued. He also said, "If you defeat that zombie, I'll treat you to a good meal." Hearing this, Ironhead didn't say a word and strode aggressively onto the stage. Then it suddenly rushed towards the zombie on the stage. But the next second, Tai-Tu unexpectedly turned around and pounced towards the audience below, shouting loudly, "Tai-Tu is so hungry, I want to eat people." Watching this scene, Chen didn't hesitate at all, and immediately rushed towards the out-of-control Tai-Tu. Then he quickly grabbed its leash and roared, "I'm going to count to 3. Let go of the girl immediately, or you know what the consequences will be." With that said, Tai-Tu had no choice but to obediently throw the girl to the ground. But it kept on shouting endlessly in its mouth, "I'm so hungry. Give me food quickly, or I'll eat you up." But Chen said, "You have to win this game first before we talk. Can't understand human language, huh? Don't listen? Believe it or not, I'll kill you right now." But before he finished speaking, Ironhead's body suddenly began to violently swell, and then with a clang, it broke free from the dog chain around its neck. Chen, who witnessed this scene, was suddenly shocked and dismayed, thinking to himself that he did not expect this guy to undergo a mutation at this moment. With its original level 5 strength, after the mutation it's at least level 8. I can still manage to deal with an 8-level mutant at least. Moreover, Rice also said that I wouldn't be in any danger. Since this guy is so disobedient, I'll just take this 8-level crystal. After saying that, Chen condensed the void sword with a wave of his hand. He then fiercely slashed at its left leg with a sword. Soon Chen realized that something was wrong. This sword strike did not affect Ironhead at all. Instead, his body was expanding at a visible speed to the naked eye. Then Ironhead said arrogantly, "This time Ironhead has truly turned into iron. I want you to experience the feeling of your egg being crushed." Speaking, it suddenly kicked towards Chen. Seeing this, Chen immediately took a step back to avoid the attack. He looked at the towering giant zombie in front of him and realized that his void sword, which was just over a meter long, was clearly inadequate. So Chen immediately released a large amount of spatial power. The next second, his void sword in his hand surged 20 times in size. He then directly stabbed towards Ironhead's big brother with his sword. Only a clang sound was heard. Chen only felt that he had stabbed into an exceptionally hard object. No matter how hard he tried, he couldn't pierce it at all. At this moment, Chen was completely confused. Could it be that this guy had compensated for all his weaknesses in this sudden mutation? At this moment, Ironhead angrily said, "Ironhead is no longer afraid of you, this camper. Do you finally know how tough I am, kid? Today is your doomsday." Seeing this scene, Feng Zhangqing immediately showed a sinister smile. He thought he was sure to lose this time, but unexpectedly, luck was on his side. He must not let this guy walk off the stage alive. Today he must die. After being reborn in the apocalypse, the man used a move to sever his opponent's leg, reclaiming the zombie and turning him into a follower. Although that guy's head is harder than steel, but its crotch area is unusually fragile. Every time it boasts about wanting to eat people, Chen will let it experience how steel is forged. But now this zombie has mutated. Not only has its body grown tens of times larger, but it has also strengthened its vulnerable areas to be harder than diamonds. No matter how Chen attacks its big brother, it is of no avail. This scared Chen quite a bit before he could figure out the situation. Then the zombie suddenly stomped down on him. At that moment, Chen instantly found himself at a disadvantage, only able to dodge Ironhead's attacks. He occasionally counterattacked while using the void sword, but it seemed to be of no use. If he kept fighting like this, he would sooner or later be defeated. At this moment, Chen couldn't help but sigh. If only he knew how to use spatial slicing. He not only doesn't have to risk getting up close to launch an attack on it, but also can make precise long-range cuts. But just then, a strange feeling suddenly appeared in his mind. so he immediately seized upon this feeling. He concentrated all his mental power on the spatial at Ironhead's waist. The next second, Ironhead felt like something was pulling and tearing at his waist. Immediately, it thumped to the ground and began to groan in pain. Chen was also very surprised, never expected to comprehend spatial cutting in battle. He immediately infused the power of cutting into the void sword, ready to strike down this ignorant being with one sword. But the next second, a bloody red tornado came swirling towards Chen. At this moment Feng Zhengqing shouted, "Brother, don't panic, I'm here to help you out." Although he was saying he would help Chen, but his powerful move ended up striking Chen without bias. In an instant Chen was completely engulfed by the tornado. But when the tornado dissipated, Feng Zhengqing was completely stunned. He kept muttering, "How is this possible? He took my powerful move head-on, and it didn't cause him any harm at all." At this moment Chen coldly snorted and said, "Is that all? Next time you try to ambush me, remember to turn the fan setting up higher. Maybe you can mess up my hairstyle." Upon hearing this, Feng Zhengqing quickly explained, "Bro, please don't misunderstand. I just missed my shot earlier. I never meant to ambush you." Chen did not pay attention to this. He swung the void sword in his hand and suddenly slashed towards Ironhead. Seeing this, Ironhead was so scared that he knelt down on the ground. It was also shouting with its mouth, saying Ironhead knew it was wrong. Ironhead would never dare to act recklessly in front of you again. Please don't kill me. As soon as the words fell, Chen mercilessly cut it in half with a sword. Then Chen took out the crystal from Ironhead's head, leaving Feng Zhengqing stunned on the spot. He secretly thought, I should have known he was so powerful. Why did I provoke him? He actually killed an 8th level mutant with just one move. No wonder my strongest move had no effect on him. Feng Zhengqing continued with a smile, saying, Bro, this time I completely respect you. From now on, let's form an alliance. You are the leader. At this moment, Chen grinned and said, Just now Big Brother launched a sneak attack on me from behind. Isn't that a bit unsportsmanlike? Upon hearing this, Feng Zhengqing immediately explained, That was just a misunderstanding. How could my brother ever confuse friend with foe? But before he could finish his sentence, Chen turned around and gave him a slap in the face. Then he said, Do I look like a fool to you? How can you say such nonsense? After saying that, he fiercely slapped him. Do you think calling me bro will make it okay? Do you even know who is your real bro? Feng Zhengqing, who was slapped to the point of turning into a pig head, immediately said, You are the big brother, I am just a little brother. Please don't hit me. And Chen's subsequent actions really made him experience what it means to lose the lady and the soldier, to suffer a double loss.